Now joined by the head men's soccer coach at Army West Point, Russell Payne. Coach, thanks for giving us a couple of minutes today.
Hey, good to see you, Zach. Hope you're doing well, buddy.
Well, I hope you're doing well too, Coach. And it's been a weird time for everyone. You're one of the teams who got a little bit luckier since you compete in the fall, but your spring practice and your spring training was impacted. So how's the team adjusting to the different practice and the different training and the different meeting schedule?
Yeah, I've been really impressed with the guys. From our fitness coach, Patrick Peterson, through my assistant coaches, Christian and Taylor. The guys have done really well with adapting. They've got their workout plan for March, and they've started the April one, obviously halfway through that now. And it takes them all the way through what would have been the culmination of our spring season. So we just basically, we said, hey guys, right after spring break, we're still in season. We're just going to call it the remote spring season. And we're going to follow our calendar of workout days off, team meetings as much as we can to keep some semblance of normalcy. So you guys will see each other's faces a couple times a week and can stay up on the momentum that we built through the spring. We did a lot of different tactical stuff this year and this spring, and our new leaders are starting to emerge, and we really want to keep that momentum going. So I'm really impressed with how the guys have adapted.
This past offseason, the program kind of had a momentous occasion where Zac McGraw was drafted into the MLS by the Portland Timbers. What did that mean for the program to watch some guy who's come through the academy, to watch all his hard work pay off and be able to say, I got drafted into the MLS?
Yeah, I mean, listen, man, first and foremost, I wish you guys could have been there for, the day that it happened. And it was so awesome. It was really cool, obviously, for Zac and his family, and the kids worked his butt off for the last 4 years. And, he's a special kid and a special athlete. So for him to achieve that milestone in his life was huge. And so it was great. The alumni were excited, and the notes were pouring in for Zac from all the different alums from decades and decades of Army soccer, since, he's blazing the trail for Major League Soccer with this team.
Well, from big player in your program's recent history to a big game, or big games, I should say, or in your program's recent history, Army-Navy Cup. It's an event and a game you have had tremendous success in the last couple of years. But what's that moment like, especially college soccer in the Northeast? That really seems to be the marquee event in the college soccer calendar. You get 10, 12,000 people to show up on a Friday or a Saturday night in Philadelphia. So what's that mean for the program to be around such a historic event?
I mean, listen, Zach, you know yourself, we built that event back in 2012, and we were on the losing end of that event for a couple of years, right? But as we looked at that event, and the reason why we wanted to play that event is, first and foremost, it wasn't for me, it wasn't for the other coach, it was for those players. It was for the players on both teams. And we, I was fortunate in college. I had a great environment and played in front of thousands of fans, weekend after weekend, and had a chance to go on to the NCAA tournament and make deep runs and coached for national championship teams. So I've lived it. I felt that passion. For me as a coach, having our players be able to experience something on the same stage, for me was just crucial. It was an integral part of what we do as coaches for me. So we built that event, and the first crowd, I think, was about 3,700, which was pretty awesome for a first time event back in 2012. And after that, it just took off. We went from 3,700 to 7,500 to 10,000. We kind of held steady right around 10,000 to 12,000 ever since. And I attribute the reason why the game has become so popular and sustained its popularity more so than anything is because of the spectacle that's on display. It's good soccer. I mean, at the end of the day, it's entertaining soccer. Both teams are attacking. It's fluid. Passes are being connected and combinations are being played, and there's great saves and great defensive efforts, and the players are putting their hearts out there. They're putting themselves on the line.
Well, we look forward to seeing that game again played next year, but it's been a new normal for a lot of people lately. So what's your new normal looked like? What's it being home around your son and your daughter and your wife? What have you been doing the last couple of weeks to kind of keep busy when you're not working?
It's funny you say that. I mean, I've been talking to, all the coaches on the block here, and, we're fortunate here at West Point. We live, on the same street with all the head coaches. We've got a nice cul-de-sac and some connecting streets that we all see each other, even if we're just waving from across the yards. And we all say we're actually busier now, but we're probably getting less done, right? These video meetings and and phone calls and recruiting and teaching our kids at home occupies more of the day than what we've probably experienced before. But, I'll start with family. I mean, the biggest thing is the new normal is actually pretty cool in terms of family time. As a coach, we are constantly on the road. We're constantly giving ourselves to our players and our staffs. And sometimes our families suffer, right? Or sometimes our family balance can be out of whack a little bit. And so this has been a great opportunity for me to just, spend a real month of, genuine time with my kids and my wife. And God bless my wife. She's taken the brunt of the online, remote learning that my 6-year-old, my 10-year-old are going through. It's not easy. I'm sure I'm speaking to the preachers of the choir in terms of parents out there who are doing the same thing. But we're making it through, and we're trying to find the balance, and it's been really cool to have that experience. On the side of administrative work and recruiting and talk to the boys, it's an all-day affair, and I could probably do it from sun up until 9 p.m. at night if I really wanted to. But we try to balance out the day so we're not in front of the screen the whole day. But I tell you what, every one of our recruits has appreciated the time that we've gotten with them. We don't have the opportunity now because the NCAA has shut down on touring campuses and visiting recruits. So we're doing it online. We're doing virtual tours. We're doing tour experiences like you and I are doing right now in this interview. And every one of our recruits has appreciated it, and it's been fun. We've gotten to know them even closer. Some guys who've already been on campus have had tours. Some guys who haven't visited campus have gotten the tour. That occupies most of the day. And in the evenings, we meet with our players, right? And our players are busy with their schoolwork. They're West Point kids, so the professors are definitely making sure that the work continues. And they've got papers and assignments to do every day. And in the evenings, we talk to them. We do Zoom calls with them in the evenings, and it's been an all-day affair.
Well, Coach, thanks for a couple of minutes today. Enjoy the time with your kids and the time with your family, and we look forward to when you guys are back out on the field come August and September.
Hey, man, grateful for you for doing this and everybody who still keeps putting the work in. Grateful to my assistants. I think you realize how valuable all the different folks are that you work with on your support staffs and extended staffs like yourself at times like this, because we've all got responsibilities, and it really gives us a chance to see what everybody else is doing to help keep this thing going. So thank you, Zach.
Thanks, Coach, and we'll see you back at West Point real soon.